Good evening, and welcome. Hi, welcome to Threeflings, where three, maybe tieflings, play through indie games. Tonight we are playing I Want Your Bite by Rudicki, a game about winning immortal love. It's like The Bachelor, but instead of a ring, the winning contestant gets to join our vampire for the rest of eternity with the bite of their unlife. I'd like to meet our contestants, but first let's meet our players. DW.
Hey, I'm DW, and today I'm playing Puck. I am the athlete class, and Puck likes sports. Oh, and also, are we Threeflings? Are we tieflings?
We're
No?
tieflings
Okay.
in our hearts.
you got me. You got me there.
It's talking about all of y'all because
Oh,
I
yeah,
think we're all
tieflings at heart.
secretly
Yeah,
yeah.
tieflings at heart, queer and with horns. I almost said horny, but with horns and a tail at heart. Next.
Trust.
Hello, I'm Jazz. I'm playing Bethany. She is a single mother, and she is the sweetheart archetype. I was gonna go more into her, but I assume that we're gonna get into that when the game actually happens.
And Jess.
Hey, I'm Jess, Angry Nerd Girl down in the chat, and I'm playing Shade, the villain.
And I'll be playing our Cloud of Bats mysterious veiled vampire. I'm Christina, and yeah, this is gonna be awesome. I'm so excited. So, contestants. A chilly breeze carries dead leaves across the lawn of a sprawling manor house on a hill. Large and lavish, but somehow lifeless. This is where we see the set of our reality show breathing some life into the place. And with it, the final 3 contestants. One more long weekend before the nation, nay, the world, finds out who will be the vampire's immortal love. So, let's get started out with the grand entrance. So I'll start out. I will describe the appearance of our vampire and show off some of these features of this delightful home that the contestants will be living in for the rest of their lives. And then each of you will take your place in the spotlight and introduce yourself. So we see after the intro music plays, it ends with a close-up of like spiraling bats. And you see on the grand staircase of this manor house, those same bats kind of spiraling around a figure tall, in a black cloak with a giant hood. The bats kind of alighting on the hood, falling over like a necklace almost. You can barely see the face, but there's a very like a beautiful, well-defined chin and some ruby red lips underneath the hood. But that's about as much as visible. Like a shy smile will show off the glint of a single fang. And the vampire will lead you around this manor home. You see manicured black nails pointing out a beautiful kitchen, barely used, if ever. You see a crystalline bathtub, a room full of records and a harpsichord. You see a full basketball court.
Basketball, did you say?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
You definitely heard that right. And a roof with an opening that looks out onto the stars for stargazing. So lots of things to do, along with your other like fancy manor house things. There's an intercom system, which is like the fanciest thing I could think of. I don't know.
Real rich.
I've been in like
Rich
one
people
fancy
live.
house. I've been in like one super fancy house in my life, and this is like it's what I'm imagining. And they had an intercom system, and I thought it was really cool. Anyway, that's our vampire. The rest of who would like to? Let's start out with our sweetheart. I would love to hear more about Bethany.
All right. Bethany steps out into the spotlight and she's like, "Hi, I'm Bethany. I am a single mom and a veterinarian. I have a son, Tommy, he's 5, and a dog, Rami. He's also 5. And, I'm here I'm here for love, but most of all, I'm here to make friends and, have a good time. Because while I would love to have, to give Tommy another parent, there are, I am, if it's not right, it's not right, and I'm content with that. I'm only here to fall in love if I really, want to fall in love, not just because, I won the finalists.
I love this. Are Tommy and Rami with you on set, or have you left them behind?
I was gonna say that they're at home being babysat / dog sat, but
Nice. We avoid some CWs already.
yeah, it's probably the best.
Just checking.
Bring your children and a puppy to a vampire house. Not recommended.
So the camera will kind of spin away. What I think it is like a supercut of Bethany's hobbies and interests. What do we see Bethany doing in her day-to-day life?
You see her, at the vet, doing a checkup on a cat. Clearly she's really honed in on what she's doing and being very thorough. And you pan over to her, with her son and her dog, and they're playing together and they're having a good time. And it's really lovely. And you pan over to her in the kitchen where she is really cooking up a storm. And it's clear that even if it's not her job or anything, she does delight in cooking. And yeah, I think that's it.
Awesome. Let's meet our athlete. DW, what do we see for your grand entrance?
The camera pans across to the talking heads moment of Puck, and Puck is just really distracted. The basketball court. Oh god, it's so sweet. What are we doing? But funny that the first thing we see is a basketball court, because you know what made me become an athlete and start loving vampires and supernatural things? Basketball. Have you ever seen Teen Wolf? I mean, that scene where he does the 4 triple somersault and dunks. Oh, man. And, I love sport already, so, just think, if I could become a vampire, just like in Teen Wolf, I would be really good at sport, and technically there's no rules that they don't say you can't be a vampire, so I could be good at everything. Yeah. Anyway, a bit of a local legend. Just, good at everything sport related. That court is actually 5 inches higher than the average legal rim height. That's sick. And then just cuts away.
What do we see as Puck's intro supercut?
It is a supercut of Puck just talking about the wonderful world of sports and how sports brings families, nations, animals together. And it's just a supercut of Puck just scoring goals in hockey, baseball. The goal you score in baseball, soccer, doing sick trampoline moves, shuffling like an absolute madman. Is it curling? Sorry, curling. The ice thing, yeah. And then just flexing, and then pulling a puck out of his pocket, and just winking and kissing it, and then that's them. I'm done.
Amazing. That's great. Shade, what does your entrance look like?
So Shade is in an elaborate black silk body clinging evening gown with her hair in an updo, a necklace that's only on one half of her neck. So it's very easy to reach, dangly earrings only on one side. So you've got like easy access to this side. Nothing silver, and it's extremely low cut and form fitting, and like 5-inch stiletto heels with little platforms and sparkles. And her little nameplate underneath it says SIADE with an accent on it. And she's carrying a single rose because she brought her own.
Store-bought is fine.
And what does the supercut of your life look like, Shade?
So Shade is shown reading like Interview with a Vampire, the old edition, reading Dracula annotated while giving blood. And her just looking at the camera like, you know, I need far less blood than the average person, and I like to feel connected to our vampire no matter where I am. And then she's taking notes in a journal, like writing down vampire slanders and things that might be real. And then she's also practicing, like, martial arts, because you need to be toned if you're going to live forever. If you're going to stay in an eternal body, you want to have the body that you want for an eternity. Hoppy.
Oh my gosh. As you all stand here after your introductions in this, you're standing in the main foyer, the cameras are all kind of all around you. The vampire will come to the center of the grand staircase in front of you and look down. You've seen the vampire before in your previous weeks. You are the final 3 who have made it to the top. You've done all kinds of challenges, bested the other contestants, but you still have never seen the vampire's face. But every week that you film, the hood goes up just a little bit more.
Oh, what a tease.
And the hood raises, the bats kind of flutter. The hood raises just a little bit, and you can see the top of the red mouth of the vampire. And you hear, "Final 3, you are here, and I appreciate you. Thank you for the time that you have spent on the show, and I look forward to our final weekend together. There will be one last rose to give, along with the final bite. So, Puck, Shade, Bethany, welcome to my manor." And the bats will also begin to spin and twirl. Your rooms are upstairs to the right. You'll find them labeled. I'm happy to escort you. But first, I want to award some points. So, this game is player versus player. The players will be competing for points. Whoever has the most points at the end of the game will win the bite of the vampire. And so, I, as a vampire, get to award some points throughout the game. And at the end of the grand entrance phase, I get to give 2 points to one candidate and 1 point each to the other 2. Ooh. So, the vampire looks over the 3 of you, smiles at each one of you, and then we'll point at Shade. And Shade, you get 2 points.
Knew it.
Everyone else gets 1.
Knew it.
Hi, Rue! Everyone say hi!
So we've got game designer in chat, everybody!
Hey, I think this is Threeflings' first PvP, is that correct?
No,
Wait.
Gwen fought Austin.
Oh
once.
yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
But it's definitely the first game geared
Second.
around PvP.
The first game, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And that was really because Austin's character was like, wow, you seem good in combat. And Gwen was like, that sounds like a challenge.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense that the vampire would choose me. Because unlike some other people, I know that Teen Wolf was about a fucking werewolf.
the teen vampire.
That's why I want to be a vampire. Put vampires on the circuit, you know? Not wolves. I want people to write a TV series called Adult Vampire, not this teen wolf bullshit. And it's all about sports. I mean, come on.
So much baseball.
Actually, it's gonna
Twilight
have a lot.
can't
It's gonna have a
compete.
lot of curling. It's Puck's sport of choice.
That's fair.
So, if you would like, there are confessional booths around the mansion.
Oh my god,
There is,
Of course you would.
Confessional booth.
yeah.
Hope there's no crucifixes there.
Oh,
Right.
absolutely not. And no priests, just cameras, which arguably better.
Yeah.
So,
I
if
would,
any of you would like to step into a confessional booth, feel free.
I would love that. After first asking the vampire if they can help carry my luggage. Because I just have spindly human arms and I'm not very strong.
The vampire turns to you, this eldritch kind of blob of bats. And you see
Blob
a
of
hand reach out, almost like it's going to take the luggage. And then a bunch of bats like pick up your luggage and take it upstairs to a
Buffish
room.
bats.
Very buff bats.
I'm gonna sprint for a confessional booth to try and get there first.
Ooh.
Just walking up, and that's how it's done, bitches. I got staircase time.
Bethany is just like carrying her own luggage and like having like a leisurely time, just like looking around her environment as she heads towards her room.
All right. Bethany, your room, you open the door and you see there's like a bubble bath station. There's a like small little kitchenette area. There's pictures of your dog and your son like set up by the bed. There's like family photo albums with the photos that you submitted with your submission, and that you notice like the last pages in the album are blank, and there's a camera as well by the side of your bed. So
Sweet. She definitely like picks it up, and I think like the idea of a confessional booth is like so disinterests her because she's a very honest person who doesn't feel the need to like go into a booth to confess anything. I think she's definitely like interested in like spending like her time like taking photos of the manor and just really exploring the place.
on your pillow also is a note that says, our first challenge is tonight. Excited to see what you're going to cook up.
Oh. Yeah, she's definitely excited for that. I think, I assume would confessional booths be the only place where, like, they talk to camera, or can they talk to camera whenever?
Oh, you can talk to camera whenever.
Okay.
There's probably camera people like following you into your
Okay.
room to like catch your reaction, things like that.
Okay,
What
yeah.
what is the purpose of confessional booths? Besides relieving guilt?
I mean, it's basically where the producers press you to talk shit about the other contestants so they can use it to make juicier stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
And they'll get a really
okay.
good image of you like face on saying mean things.
Yeah, okay.
So Puck, when you enter the confessional booth, there is like a little microphone in there. There's a camera, and there's one of the like producers like on the other side, and will say, "Oh, thanks for coming in, Puck. Anything you'd like to get off your chest?"
Yeah, just this, kind of tight coat, and I rip it off, and I've got like one of my sleeveless jerseys, that kind of thin basketball mesh. It's all black with red lining. My team play number is 666. It's got little bats, and the team name is just Bat. That's not that creative. And then Puck flexes, and that's it.
Oh, that's good.
The producer's like
Like
zooming
myself,
in.
Puck does not watch a lot of reality TV shows. Well, I guess. Wait a second. Puck's like, is sport technically a reality TV show?
I mean, it's reality
Yeah,
and it's on TV.
It is reality, and then they have the like one-on-ones at the end of the match. Yeah, Puck's in his element. That's it. That's all I've got to confess. Is there anything else you want, producer? What would get me more points? Is that something you decide? Are you doing the TV aspect, or do you help influence the actual decision?
Oh, the actual decision comes down to the vampire, but we do show them. I was gonna say we show them the footage.
I slide back in, and I flex, but this time I tilt my head, and so I flex so hard that you can see like a neck vein just pop, like a juicy neck vein just throbbing there, and I twitch my pecs so the vein like jiggles.
The producer's like, wow, thanks, Puck. So how do you feel about the other contestants? Final 3.
Well, Bethany's a little lame. No competition there at all, It seems like Bethany's just there to, just to maybe make friends and have a nice experience. What's that about? But, Jess, Shade. I think Shade's got some competition about her, and it's a little worried there, Although, I noticed, she's always wearing stilettos, and, I mean, that's why I'm in the confessional booth first, right? Can't run upstairs and, skid down a hall, slam dunk yourself into a confessional booth in stilettos. Well, if you can. Well, maybe she can. Then I'm in trouble.
The camera then pans over to Shade. How are you doing on those stairs in your stilettos?
Oh, absolutely fine. Shade has worn these stilettos since she was a pageant queen at the age of 7. She actually can't wear flat shoes because her feet have grown that way, when she goes on the treadmill, she has to wear high-heeled sneakers.
Holy shit.
In fact, the camera pans back to Puck, and Puck's just looking really scared.
Thank you for 3 hydrates.
It's because we're thirsty.
Dan.
1, 2, 3. Puck's gonna take his balls into his room.
Excellent.
Nice phrasing.
And pucks. Yeah, balls and pucks. Clubs, nets. All the sports things.
Do you have a what is it? When the golf person who carries your stuff?
Caddy?
Yeah, do you have a caddy?
I do, and they're usually just fans that turn up and be like, "Hey, can I help you out?" And I just give them a ball and sign it, and then I just carry it myself.
Perfect.
Nice.
Got a lot of balls.
Your room is covered in posters of all your favorite teams. There's there's a mini bar in the corner. There's a large, like a big screen TV that has access to all the channels that you would want to watch the games on. A little workout corner with free weights and mats and kettlebells.
Like Bethany's family portraits, can I have portraits of my 5 favorite sports athletes, stars?
Absolutely. And they are signed.
Can you name them?
5 of your favorite sports stars?
Yeah,
Sure.
5 favorite sports stars.
We've got Juicy McGee. We've got
Clearly an Australian sports star.
I need to find that list of like American names in that Japanese game. That.
Can you think of
Jeff
any real ones?
Dinkley.
Japanese baseball.
Barbara.
I found the
Bush.
list, by the way. There are
Barbara
there are
the
great
Bush.
names such
Yeah.
as Sleeve McDeCale, Daryl Archideld. Where's
Are
the one
these
that I
real- are
really
these
think
real
is
people?
funny?
I think they're like
No, they're from a video
auto-
game, but they're
Yeah, they're from a
American,
video
like,
game. It's
baseball
so
players in a Japanese game.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's yeah, I should just like
That's
put
good.
the screenshot because it's the funniest thing ever for me.
And then Wayne Gretzky. We'll put Wayne Gretzky into those.
Of course, Wayne Gretzky, and then someone just mysteriously just named
Name
Jeff.
one. Let's put Warnie on there as well.
All right. Oh, you wanted real people.
Yeah,
Oh.
I want to see Sweat thinking of sports stars.
So get some Sammy Sosa in there.
Okay.
Yeah, I located my favorite one of the American
Sammy
names from
Sosa,
this
you
Facebook
got your
game.
Scottie Pippen, you want your Dennis Rodman. Sorry, I'm just giving you all Chicago.
Oh, D-Rod.
That's like
no, here
Sue
it is, here
Bird
it is.
and Lisa Leslie.
Bobson Dugnut.
Babe Ruth.
There we go. Oh.
You've got a Daryl
Thank you for that.
Strawberry autographed ball.
Yes.
I've got one of them is a picture of Liz Hurley and it's signed by Shane Ward.
Excellent.
Lovely touch.
Yeah, just very thoughtful. And on the bed is also a note that says your first challenge tonight. Can't wait to see your game in the kitchen.
Game in the
Oh, no.
kitchen. There's a game going on in the kitchen. What is it, beer pong? It's gotta be beer pong. I used to only hydrate with beer pong, so
Oh
I think
god,
I'm pretty
of
safe.
course.
You're gonna crush this.
Yeah.
Shade, the Bat Butlers.
Close.
Oh, I just said yeah.
The Bat Butlers escort you to your room and open the door for you. You watch as like the vampire will float past and go up like a spiral staircase into the attic area. And your room opens. It's a fit for a queen. It's got all of your favorite like beauty products set out at a beautiful armoire full of stunning fun fashions. Heels, like a little heel closet. And a big full-length mirror with lights, of course. And there's a 4-poster bed.
I'll
with,
immediately
velvet
cover up
curtains.
that mirror because I know that my vampire would not like it.
Love it. Just grab a coat from the designer closet, chuck it over that. And you see I guess some personal touches as well. You see an area to like a punching bag place to do your martial arts.
Before they fly away, I'll just look at the bats and be like, I'm so grateful that we had this time together. Because between you and me, I feel like we really have a connection. And it was just so kind of you to carry my bags. And I know you wouldn't do that for just anyone. So I'm so grateful that you did it for only me. Because only I will be here for you. Thank you.
Oh my god. The gaslighting.
I imagine like a herd of chihuahuas with wings, basically, is what I'm imagining for these bats. And they're all gonna kind of turn their like big knobby big eyes to you, and you're just like in unison, toddle out the door.
All right, well, my room is fabulous. Time to slip into something more comfortable. And I'm going to take off this evening gown and put on a silk kimono with marabou high-heeled slippers.
Oh my god.
Fabulous.
And just put, like, an orchid in my hair.
At the side of the bed, you notice a bookcase with all your favorite vampire books and a note on the pillow that just says, "Let's mix it up tonight." And then it just says, "Challenge."
Okay, I really hope that it's a mixology challenge, because... Or we could be doing place setting. I'm known for my fantastic dinner parties where all I serve is clamato juice and various red cocktails. I make a killer Bloody Mary, garlic-free, obviously, and I'm absolutely gonna crush the shit out of this challenge.
Amazing. So okay. I'm going to award some more points, and then we're going to go to the challenge.
Sweet.
So I'm going to do 2 and 1 this time. Puck, go ahead and have 2 points. And Shade, go ahead and take another.
Ooh.
Shade in the lead.
All right.
Puck, you are muted.
Me?
Puck's muted.
Me.
Yes, it's Puck all along.
All right. So our challenge music begins. The challenge card flies up, and you see B-roll of the kitchen and its shining glory. You see 3 cooking stations set with a few ingredients, and the vampire standing at the end of the counter. And we'll just kind of present the scene before you and say, "I'm looking for your creativity in this challenge. Use the ingredients to the best of your abilities and make me something delicious." And you unwrap the velvet on these cooking stations, and you see a bag of blood, powdered blood, flour, sugar, beets, and a very rare steak.
Okay.
Bethany is going to turn to camera and be like, "This is actually what I was hoping for when I found the note on my bed. Like, I, had all these ideas in my head about, because I've never actually used blood in my own cooking, and I thought this is a really good chance to, be able to, have access to so much of that ingredient and, utilize it, and I'm really excited for this challenge."
The vampire will kind of gesture to the cupboard where you see other incidentals like seasonings and butter, all the basics that you would want for cooking something. and say, please use the ingredients given and the pantry ingredients. You have 40 minutes. Go. So,
In montage.
this is a challenge. So, I would like everyone to roll 2d6. And if you have a skill that you can apply to the challenge, you can add your score to the roll.
I sure do.
I have home economics.
Excellent.
That is a 10.
Ooh!
Nice. So, Bethany, you will receive 1 point. You do moderately well.
Yay.
Shade, how did you do?
So, that depends. I rolled a 7, but I would like to add my 2 in theft to it to steal blood from one of the other contestants.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Which would give me a 9.
I love it so much. I'm going to say yes, definitely. I want to get rolls first,
Okay.
and then we'll kind of play out what the scene looks like.
Okay.
And Puck.
I rolled a 6.
Right.
Can I use my special ability, lend a hand, to see that Puck is kind of struggling with this challenge and go over to him and give him a bit of cooking advice and direct him to some ingredients that will work together, which Puck takes a +1 to that roll, and yeah.
I'll take it. Okay, thanks. Yeah, I feel like Puck is just so used to either his kitchen or his locker situation with his powders and his shakes, or on the field where they've got a big ice cooler and or protein things there, being in someone else's actual kitchen. Definitely needs Bethany to kind of give him the lay of the land. Here's the spoons, here's the measuring cup. Thing. I would like to use flexing and showboating.
Excellent. So while you're being taught this, how are you showboating?
So once kind of I know where all the cups are, how the stove works, now I'm like, all right, it's time to rock this. Let's go make the protein shake from hell. And yeah, I do the whole spice bay, flipping cups and shit, and throwing knives in the air and catching them. Quite dexterous. It's a sport thing. And do we talk about what we prepare?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'm gonna slice the fat off the steak, and then 1/4 of the steak itself for protein. Gotta have that protein. And then I take the blood, I mix it with some spices, I add protein, I add the mixed protein into it, so it's just extra chunk. This is gonna be really sustaining blood. A little bit of cayenne pepper and spice, because that's increase your heart rate, kind of get that blood flowing. And then my secret ingredient, I have a I just judo chop judo chop the I don't know, a potato peeler and put a bit of my own blood in there. Yeah, my own blood, which is full of vitamins. They may not all be legal if tested on the field, but he's gonna feel. Oh, what's the vampire's gender? We don't know.
Is a mystery.
Just a bunch of bugs.
Okay, mystery is gonna feel pretty pumped once they have this, and then the best part is I add a little bit of corn flour and soda fizz into a blended into the blended fat that I took off the steak rind, freeze it, reblend it, and it's a puffy head on a beer of just glistening fat, and then the sustaining blood drink underneath. It's gonna be the epic protein shake.
I love it. I love the epic protein shake. That sounds delicious.
I make a little one to test, and I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be great. It's gagging.
Shade, who are you stealing blood from?
So, my first instinct, because I cannot screw this up, is to steal from Bethany. Because I feel like Bethany knows what she's doing in the kitchen. However, Bethany is already so far behind. She's barely even in the competition anymore. I mean, she has a child and a dog, and she didn't even bring them. Like, what is she doing? What is she bringing to the plate? She's not even offering them to the vampire. I know that Bats over here is a contender and a challenger. That's somebody who knows how to compete. And as soon as I see them putting their own blood into this, I'm taking their powdered blood.
Oh, you take their powdered blood. I thought you meant you take someone's actual blood. I'm like, oh,
No.
Puck is going to be wiped if you take his blood. He's already
No.
Shake. Just faints. Okay. I was like, wow, Shade is shady.
I mean,
Just
yeah.
straight up, we'll steal your blood. Shade
So
deserves
Puck,
this.
I called you
you
Bats,
go to
'cause
reach.
that's what it says on your jersey. It's Puck. I'm so sorry.
Puck, as you go to reach for the powdered blood to like sprinkle it on, it is gone.
Oh no, I have to I judo chop the other. I judo chop. Oh, I don't want it to be a knife because that's too scary for me. I judo chop a cheese grater, just get a graze, and then I squeeze my own blood in there. Ugh, it's worth it.
Shade, what are you cooking?
So I'm assuming that this is for our mysterious future eternal lover, the vampire. So I'm guessing that they're not big on solid food. So I'm starting with a lemon juicer, and I'm just taking that steak and juicing the shit out of it to get all of the blood out of there. Then I'm going to rehydrate that dried blood and Puck's dried blood with a little bit of vodka. And then a little bit more vodka. And then I'm going to season it with some paprika and some salt, some black pepper, some white pepper. And then strain those beets, get some more of that nice vibrant color in there. And just blend it all up together. Blend it with the beets and then put it through a saucier thing and just strain that out. Put in a little bit of onion powder. Put in a little bit of my special mushrooms from home. Strain those out so it's got a little bit of a kick. And it's not quite the Bloody Mary I was hoping to make. But, it is blood. And hopefully it'll be enough to satisfy and have us an almost sober brunch.
Almost.
Excellent.
I feel like
basically
this
sober
brunch. Feeling really good.
There's only a quart of vodka in there and a little bit of strained sauced magic mushrooms. It's fine.
Oh, they're gonna be feeling pretty.
You see the producers panning away every time you pull out the mushrooms. Oh, we can't show that on TV. It's a bit where it's blurred out. Bethany,
These at my Etsy store.
The mushrooms?
I sell soap with a surprise.
Surprise.
Oh, my total score is 10, by the way.
Excellent. Bethany, what are you cooking?
Oh, by the way, because that 10 is a success, right? For Buck, right?
Yes.
That means that I also add their success to my score as well.
Oh, nice.
So I'm at 2 currently.
So you'll get 2 more points. What did you cook up?
I think from the moment Bethany saw the note, she was thinking of cool directions to go, and one of her first thoughts was a literal blood pudding. And I think, like, that's definitely the thought that, like, especially when she saw so many, like, sweet ingredients when they entered the kitchen, she was like, yeah, I'm definitely going for a literal blood pudding. And, like, I think, like...
Isn't a blood pudding already literal?
Well, it is literal pudding as in it's sweet. And, like, it's like, you know, milk pudding, but, like, with blood infused into it. Rather than, like, an actual... This is a lump of blood pudding, which, you know, the actual one kind of is.
Yeah, one's a literal blood pudding, one's a literal pudding.
Yeah, exactly! Yeah. A literal pudding of blood. So yeah, she definitely, like, uses her, like, existing skills of, like, making desserts and, like, making puddings into, like, and then, like, not only, like, using the blood that's supplied, but also, like, you know, like, using, like, the juices from the steak into the pudding as well to, like, give it a little bit of a savory kick, which, you know, also helps bring out the sweetness of the pudding. And yeah, she just, like... It's just, like, this, like, you know, a creamy pudding, but it's, like, pink because of all the blood in it, like, you know, infused with, like, the milk solids.
Yeah.
And it's, like, garnished with, yeah, like, garnished with, like, this kind of, like, blood that's been, like, jellified.
Oh, yum. These sound really good. It's just me. I'm like, I'm really thirsty. Where's my Bloody Mary? Where's my pudding?
Who else is hungry? Delicious. The vampire will look at all of these delicious confections, and will sit down at this large table and just dutifully try a bite of each one. So yes, if you got a 7 to 10, you get 1 point. 11 plus, you get 2 points. And a 6 or below, you'll receive 0. So I think all of you got 1 point, right? Except for Bethany, you got 2?
Yes.
Excellent. As the vampire takes a bite of the literal blood pudding, you see the bats start to, like, chitter excitedly, like, I'm still imagining, like, yappy chihuahuas. They're just all, like, so excited they start wagging their little bat tails, as the vampire just kind of relaxes back into their chair and smiles at all of you and said, well done. Tomorrow morning, bright and early, or I guess not morning, what am I talking about? Tonight, as the moon rises, we will be meeting on the grounds for a scavenger hunt. I have hidden 5 vials of my own blood around the manor grounds. Whoever finds the most will have a one-on-one date in the vampire suite.
Ooh.
So, search well. Anything goes.
Okay. Cracks neck.
At the rise of the moon, I'll see you all on the grounds. And the vampire will flutter off into the darkness.
So I guess we just return to our rooms or, like, explore the mansion, like, while, you know, in the time between, or do we, like, go to sleep now?
I mean, you have a little downtime if you want to do any, like, confessionals or talk to each other. This is a scavenger hunt, so if you wanted to team up or make plots, this would be the time to do it.
We know if, like, the blood has already been placed, or is it going to be placed once the challenge begins?
The blood has already been placed out in the on the manor.
Oh, then I'm
You have about
absolutely gonna go take a walk around the grounds. Just take the air.
okay.
Shade is truly just gonna steal Val's plot.
I just need some
I reckon we should do some team building exercises. Because, it's downtime. Important thing about, putting in maximum effort when it's like game time is putting in maximum effort into team building activities and relaxing when it's not game time. It's not game time right now, so let's all just stick together and spend some time with each other.
I'm sorry, Puck,
And-
is it? The name of the show is not called America's Best Team. It is not called I Want Your Best Team or I Want Your Best Friend. It is called I Want Your Bite. And this bitch is gonna get bitten, so have fun getting help from your little soccer mom over there. I have a game to win.
And I slowly turn to Bethany and be like, "You like soccer?"
Yeah. Yeah, like my son Tommy, he's like getting interested already in like soccer. Like I think he's maybe a bit too young to really start getting into it. Soccer can cause a lot of injuries, but like he's definitely like starting to develop a passion for soccer. And I've also been like getting a bit into soccer as well myself, so that I can really relate to him on what he likes.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Oh, what a great mom. I had you pegged all wrong. I thought you were a mom that's not into soccer, and turns out you're a mom into soccer. God, jeez, Louise. All right, you know what? Screw that shady bitch. Let's put the Iron Team.
Yeah.
Wait, no, that's not how it works.
Wait.
Let's put some awesome team. I think she doesn't know is that when you get bit by a vampire, you're Team Vampire, Team Edward. Duh. All right. Let's go have a look at this stuff together. And we can split it, or we can have, if we find an uneven amount, we can play a game. We can play for it.
Ooh.
Sport of your choice. Could be scissors, paper, rock. It could be javelin. Your call. All right, let's do
that
it.
sounds great. That sounds really fun, and I'm here to have a good time.
Yeah. So I'm going to use team building exercises.
Ooh.
Excellent. So is your team building exercise going to involve looking for the blood vials?
Yep.
Yes.
Excellent. I love this. So, Shade, I'm gonna have you roll by yourself, but since we do have a teaming up, Puck and Bethany, you will both roll 2d6 with any of your skills and add everything together.
Ooh.
Well, I'm glad, because that was a bad roll.
I think Bethany is going to use her furry friend skill in this situation, because, like, I think, like, she kind of, like, Disney princesses, like, together, like, some local, like, animals to, like, help, like, scout out the place for, like, blood vials.
I love this.
Yeah.
How do you summon your animal friends?
I think it's just, like, make, how, like, when you have, like, a cat, like, she makes little noises to, like, catch the attention of animals around her. And I got 8.
Excellent.
Nice.
I like to think that it's like squirrels and rats and
Yeah.
like things you find, like not really cutesy animals. They all kind of come scurrying out of the woodwork, kind of nasty looking, but the second they see Bethany, they're like, "Aww," and get to work.
Oh yeah.
So, Puck, what are you adding to this roll?
I rolled a 4, and I +2. It's a 6.
Okay.
So I'm glad we're team working.
Excellent. Very good. So you will both receive 1 point.
Woo.
And your furry friends will collect some vials.
Ooh.
Shade, as you are walking the grounds by yourself, watching the sun start to go down, the trees start to cast these longer shadows, can I have you roll
Yeah.
as well?
So I got a 9. And
Oof.
can I add gossip to this as I'm just kind of talking to the camera? Like, it's just so mean. They teamed up against me. And those bitches just kicked me out. And it's so hard. The pressure is on you. Because they put a target on your back when you're the best. And they just don't want me to compete with them. They're so mean to me. It's okay. I can do this. I can win on my own without them.
All right.
Which would be
Go
me up to
ahead.
12.
Yeah. So you're going to receive 2 points, and you'll find 3 of those blood vials.
Yes.
Shade and Bethany, you will find 1 each.
Teamwork!
It's just so sad that they're targeting me because I'm just really good at the game. But it's always been this way. My mom always told me, when you're a star, when you're a winner, people are going to try and drag onto your tail and then leave you in the cold of space. It's okay.
And are you 3 making, like, are you trying to sneak back to the manor before the challenge officially starts? Or are you all just blatantly like, yeah, we just went and started?
Bethany, I've got an idea.
Yeah.
All right. We get maybe we rehide these in a place that we'll just run straight to tomorrow.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah. Actually, here's a good one. Yeah, we'll put it really high up.
Like the basketball hoop.
I can basketball. Gee, you're not only a soccer mom, you're a basketball mom. I can feel it. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, we'll put one up there, and then maybe one really far.
Maybe one in each hoop.
One in each hoop. That's a great idea. Yeah. We'll sticky tape it down. I've got some, binding tape for if you sprain your ankle. Done. It's great. Love it. All right. Okay. Let me go do that.
And how about you, Shade? Are you making an attempt to hide, or?
So Shade is picking up the blood and just like stuffing them in her bra. And she's just the whole time like, oh, what lovely air out here. What a beautiful evening. And pretending that she's not doing it so that then when the challenge starts, she can just walk out and be like, oh my gosh, look, a vial. And then just pretend to take it.
Rolling when she's like talking to the camera. That's incredible.
The camera's like watching you and like zooming in as you're like shoving the blood.
With the camera zooming into the boobs.
This is a reality show after all. And as you all 3 make your way back to the manor, you see at the highest window of the house, the curtains are blown open as the moon has risen, the sun is gone, and the vampire is standing on the balcony. And you hear, "Ah, good, you're all here. Let the hunt begin."
Oh. Wow, isn't it good that we had a head start on going towards the scavenger hunt? Wow.
I'm so glad that the 3 of you are so virtuous that none of you would think to ever start ahead of time. Of course,
Looks at Shade's boobs.
I did I did add a little something extra to the vials of blood. You'll see if be careful when you pick them up. You'll want to wear gloves, or else they will stain your hands a glorious red. That won't be a problem for any of you now, would it?
No, red. No, no, no.
What
No,
is
in fact,
happening
it'd
to
be
the front
would be a problem
of Shade
if it's
right
green.
now? Like,
Oh.
like it's like all red.
Jade, what does your outfit look like?
Oh God. So she's putting them in her bra, so she has to be wearing a bra, so it can't be a halter top. But it's still probably just like extremely low cut and open. And so she got 3, right? So that's like 2 under the left and 1 under the right.
And like your décolletage is streaked with red now that it's had time to warm up and
Allergies.
Yeah. How about Puck and Bethany? Your hands? How are they looking?
I'm gonna put on some soccer gloves. Like I'm a goal postie. Because, get those goals, you gotta post.
I think Bethany is hiding her hands by having one of her furry friends that she befriended, like, in her hands. So, like, the fur kind of obscures what her hands look like right now.
Yeah, Bethany's hands are red. Oh, that's a red squirrel.
Yeah.
Ooh, close. Dramatic reality noise. After the ad break, red squirrel.
The vampire kind of looks at all 3 of you. I've lived for a long time. I'm smarter than you think. I'm disappointed that I trusted the 3 of you and was betrayed in this way. I believe that tonight I will be dining alone. Farewell.
I put
You
my
may keep
hand
your
up.
points.
Oh, I put my hand up and say, well, Bethany and I were on a just team building exercise, which is true, and like we found him easily, so we thought, like, that part's too easy. Let's make it harder for ourselves. So when the time comes, we actually have, some challenge. So we moved the goalpost, rather than, ruining the game. We just moved the goalpost to a higher position because that's going to be really hard to get. So to still give us a challenge, because we didn't want to feel like we were just stealing points. Could I use flexing and showboating?
Sure. Yeah, go for it. Anyone else want to?
Team Soccer Mom. Oh, that's.
I think like Bethany will be like, yeah, and I had a really good time, doing this team building exercise with Puck. It made me, feel like I got closer to my, competitors, and like maybe there are more things to this show than scoring the date or anything. The real friends we made along the way and so forth.
Oh, I lean over and I'm like, I didn't think you were about competition, but you're about teamwork. And like, high five.
Yeah, high five the red. And I'm gonna use my heartwarming stories skill.
Oh.
Aww.
Alright, so I rolled an 11 plus 2.
A 10.
Hey.
Can we still play the game though?
The vampire smiles. This was the game. This was the game.
I was
It
hoping
turns
you'd
to
get
shade.
to see us get up there and get those vials, and we hit them with the basketball court. We made it so hard.
I would like to see that. That would be very entertaining.
I run over it. And as evidence, it is actually really hard. I can't get them. It's really hard to get. Like, you can get a ball. Maybe I should roll for it. I'll roll for it. I feel like it's gonna be really hard though. Yeah, I've got a 7.
It takes like an embarrassingly long time, but you are eventually
Yeah,
able
it's pretty
to
embarrassing. Trying to see me shimmy up the pole and keep sliding down and come back with a sweat. I've got one. See, we weren't about. We're about the competition. And I look like I'm gonna cry.
Hey, do you have anything to say for yourself as the front of you and your hands are both covered in red?
I'll just slowly, one at a time, pull out the blood vials and go up to the vampire. I'm deeply sorry. I just wanted to succeed so badly that I disappointed myself. And worse than that, I disappointed you. And all that being a vampire means. I'm so ashamed of my behavior today, and I hope
There's an apology video on YouTube.
that being led by being kicked out of the house by my teammates made me react in such a disgraceful way. I hope that tomorrow night we can start afresh. Here's your blood. I don't deserve it tonight. I'll strive to deserve it tomorrow.
I lean over and give you a red card. You belong in the sin bin, bitch.
Shane, can I get a roll from you?
Sure. That's a 7. Although
Okay.
since I am lying about them, if you want to count that as gossiping, that bumps it up to a 10.
I mean, I think so. So that is 1 point each for Shade and Puck. Did you also get you got an 11, right?
Oh, for what?
The roll you did
for that
on
roll? Oh, yeah. No, I
Yeah.
rolled 11 and then I added 2, so 13.
a 13, and for Bethany was a 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. So 2 points each for Puck and Bethany, and 1 point for Shade. The vampire will smile at all of you. It's like, well, I thank you for your contrition and your honesty and your entertainment. I will reconsider tomorrow. I look forward to seeing what you all come up with. Actually, in fact, I have reconsidered. Puck, you've impressed me with your flexing and your
Tenacity.
your tenacity, your team building, your love of team building. Would you care to join me in the Bat Suite?
The Bat Suite? That
Ooh.
sounds Bat Suite.
Yeah.
I'll say, yes, I will. Let's do it. Although, can I bring my? It wouldn't feel like a team if I was there by myself. Can I bring Bethany as well?
Of course. You may bring
So
Bethany.
nice of you, Puck. Oh. Teens are really, the best.
Teams are so good. Teams are great. We're like the A team if they played sport. I'm sure they did. I'm sure they played sport a lot. Maybe sports that start with A, and that's why they call the A team.
Ooh, what sports start with A?
Arrow shooting?
The Oakland... Oh, sport. I was like, the Oakland A's?
That was the only thing I could think of too. The athletics.
Arrow shooting. We've got
Acrobatics.
acrobatics. This is why I bring you along to dinner.
As Puck walks forward, can I use brawling to trip them?
Oh shit!
Yes. The drama sting plays.
Oh, that's so bad. That's a 5.
Oh. I was gonna say you wouldn't need much because Puck does play soccer, so if you just tap him, he's like, ah! Yeah, I definitely quick step out of it in like an over like way.
You see the vampire look to you, Shade, and you can't see their
Oh.
eyes, but the mouth turns down just ever so slightly.
Oh.
Oh shit! We learned something. They don't like it when you miss.
I sense a spicy confessional. As Puck and Bethany are led upstairs, one on each of the arms that kind of extend from the cloud of bats. Perfectly manicured nails will lead you upstairs to the bat suite. Yeah, there's a confessional that like the door of it just kind of like creaks open behind you, Shade. And there's a producer like,
This has been such a hard day. I'm sorry. This was a really hard day.
Shade.
Yes.
Who do you think is your biggest competition? And what is your plan going forward?
Well, clearly, Puck is a real competitor, like I said before. Puck's used to winning, as they'll say ad nauseum with all of his little sports metaphors. However, they seem to be doing this little teamwork is magic situation with Bethany. Miss Home Cooked Meals, and I won't even bring my child to a blood sacrifice to my new life mate. So it's tough. It's tough because neither of them take this as seriously as I do. I mean, Puck is clearly just here for the fame. And like, you're already a celebrity. Go home, bitch. You're already famous. You don't need this. What, do you want to be famous forever? You're not Marilyn Monroe. You're not Michael Jordan. I'll put it in something you'd remember. You're not Michael.
Oh.
No one's going to remember you. And Bethany, what do you want to do? Be a vampire and outlive your kids? Or are you just doing this to find a husband? Go get railed, honey. Nobody really wants you here. Or has it been so long you don't remember what it's like and you came here because you have bats in there anyway? So what I'm going to do is just wait, because clearly our vampire knows who takes this seriously, and they know a queen when they see one. They know who they're going to want beside them for an eternity, and it's not going to be someone who thinks Teen Wolf was about vampires, and it's not going to be someone who is always going to put their nasty little child first. It's going to be someone who is eternally devoted and will give them their own blood and won't even care about our own life because I really don't have one apart from them.
I think with this emotional outburst, I think we're going to go to commercial and take a little break. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with the season finale of I Want Your Bite.
Bye!
And see what happens.
Oh, so good.
go.
Hi everyone, we're back with some more I Want Your Bite. So, right. Oh dear. So our contestants have seen some serious challenges this weekend, from baking to the worst challenge of all, honesty. But what will await them the next night? You wake in the evening with a big smile on your face, and walk down the staircase and see set out 3 sewing machines, measuring tapes, fabrics, sequins, feathers, accoutrements of costume design.
Ooh.
And you see instead of a human, I guess, mannequin, you see the bats mannequins. The vampire
The
mannequins.
Batman?
So our little Chihuahua bats
Mhm.
are sitting next to the vampire. The kind of swirling vortex of bats continuing around them, and the vampire says, "Style is forever, and to be forever, you must be stylish. So, I would like for you to create for me a evening look for
Ooh.
one of my bats. So please use the available materials and your design brains, and come up with something classy,
Ooh.
timeless,
Ooh.
and perfectly bat-sized."
Ooh.
So it's like for one bat.
Yeah, and you see the bats
Oh, God.
next to the vampire. There's 3 of them. One of them kind of walks in front of one station and sits. The other one sits. The other
Aw.
one sits there. They're like little cute little bats, ready to be dressed for the evening.
Ooh.
Oof.
You have an hour and a half. Dazzle me.
Oh,
Damn.
not Puck's strong point.
Puck is looking around and this isn't sports. None of this resembles a sport.
So, I definitely know a lot about fashion. I'm used to having my decor and my clothing made for me. But I'll see what I can do for some bite-sized, bat-sized fashion. Because I really want to wow our vampire. Let them see that Shade is the one. I'm gonna put my whole ass in it. I'm gonna have my whole self in this bat-sized
The part of the
couture.
ass is part of the costume.
Well, I get my jerseys and my singlets made from a sports supplier, and it's an easy template that you do online, and you drag and drop the colors, put the team names, put a little logo in. I'm screwed.
I feel like I have an advantage in this because the bats did carry my suitcases. So I feel like we have a connection. I'm closer to the bats than anybody else is. So, I understand them, and maybe they'll see through a little bit of, gluing or taping. It's not all handsome.
Bethany, I feel I sometimes, dress up Romy in little outfits. I usually, buy them, but I think, I have enough, sewing skills to be able to, and, knowledge about, different animals to be able to, use all that knowledge into creating something that's, good for a bat to wear.
I just walk into Bethany's shot, like just squirting the Gatorade, and being like, "Oh, don't sell yourself short. You're a vet. You know, think of all those little tiny bandages you'd have to put on those little animals for their sport injuries and stuff. You're gonna nail this. You're gonna nail it." And I
Oh, thank
slap you
you,
on the back
Puck.
and just like just walking out shot. Doesn't understand the reality setup.
Perfect.
All right, so can I have you all roll, and then before you tell me your rolls, tell me what you made.
Ooh, okay. I might need assistance from Bethany for this one.
What did you roll?
Oh, no, I haven't rolled yet. But,
Okay,
that
well, I
was
can
my
just give you a
plan
+1 to help you.
It's more the sizing. I need help with the sizing of that little animal because I
Oh,
want it
yeah.
to be,
Yeah.
be practical, dynamic. It's got a lot of movement.
Well, like here's the important thing with bats. They they have the membrane extending from below where the equivalent of where their hand would be down to their side. So you have to remember to not like give them sleeves. Sleeves that won't work with bats.
I hate sleeves. That's great.
Yeah.
Did you say membrane? I thought they were leather feathers.
Well, close enough. Well, you get the general gist. That you can't
Okay, all right.
give them something that goes around
Yeah.
their hands.
Oh, I see. All right.
Christ. That's an 11 plus 3. So that's 14!
Wow.
Wow, what did you make,
I
Bethany?
think like Bethany definitely went for the cape method just because that covers the whole problem with the wings or like it's a very timeless vampire look that is very functional, but like she's also like taken advantage of like the cape to like be able to like give like the bats a little tie, and like she's made the tie really sequiny, and like I think like she's like draped like since it's like feather bowery material around, like drape that around the cape and like made it like a trim of the cape as well to like make it a little fancier.
Love
So like
it.
yeah, she went for like a very straightforward approach, I think, that just like works essentially. Like it's like so straightforward that like she can't get it wrong essentially, which is I think more of an advantage in the situation because the other two like don't exactly make things usually anyway, so that is enough to like give her an advantage. Ink wants to make booty shorts for the bats, so you know what? Bethany like takes a look at what she's done on the tiny bat mannequin, is like, yeah, like I can make something for the bottom of the bats because that doesn't, the wings don't get in the way of that. So she does also like give the bats some matching booty shorts to go along with the cape and tie.
I love this. I love this so much. You see the bat that you're dressing is like wiggling in excitement. It's just so happy to be here and like surprisingly comfortable in its new getup. Shade, what did you make for your bats?
So I decided to do a play on the baseball bat, and I made a little cap and I tried to make a little jacket, but that didn't really work. So then I just made a little tank top that has like stripes, and that's enough. It's very sparkly and chic, so you see it and you're like, oh, that's a baseball player, but it's also a bat. Ah, it's a baseball bat.
Oh,
how clever.
Shit. Oh my god.
I love that. The vampire is like circling around and sees the sequins, and you see like them nodding. Like, yeah, sequins. Puck, what are you making?
Ooh, okay. Smash cut talking head to Puck. Alright. So I have usually just used online things to design a jersey, and jerseys are made, and like a singlets for efficiency, airflow, which I'm still gonna keep those in with the materials. But one sport that is pretty outrageous and out there fashion-wise is when I was on a trip to Mexico to teach, to try and spread the word of cricket. I went to and joined a traveling troupe of Lucha Libre wrestling, and so I've got a few little ideas. And thankfully, this TV show costume designer, and I slap him on the back, is gonna help me put it together, as well as a few little what do you call it? Sizing. Bethany's helped me with sizing, and I think this is gonna turn out pretty good. And it's
oh my god, you drew it!
Oh, you can't see it because of the blur. It's like a bat with a Lucha Libre mask on it, and I think it's because it's there we go. And it's got little fighting shorts. The blue is all blue glitter. It's got a belt buckle with a blood drop, and it's got like little tassels coming down, and a sick leather harness with a little sexy vampire lip on it. And it's all glitter, all the colors in glitter. But it's built for form, so he can still fly around and do some sick loop-the-loops. So I'm going to use my ability, once a day ability, my local celebrity. I'm going to get a local, which is the design costumer on the documentary reality show, to help me sew it together for a +1. Right. And then a +1 from Bethany. And I don't think I can flex a showboat with this, so that's it. So it's a +2 and a 10.
Ooh.
Right. Nice.
Which means that I also get another point. Because I helped.
You're on 14?
Shade, what are you at? Where are you at?
So I got an 8, which I know is passing, I think, but I would like to use my once a day ability of poach to swap scores with another contestant and take Bethany's bat costume as my own.
Don't you need to do a roll for that?
I do. I have to roll theft for it.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll a theft, please.
Damn.
That's a 9.
Oof. I'm so sorry, Bethany.
Wow, that's so mean. But you know what? I still get 2 points in total because I helped out Puck.
You do get 2 points, but so does Shade, and Puck. You get 1. You're
1 point.
10,
I'll take it.
I think after this challenge is like the first time that Bethany has like slipped into the confessional booth like the entire season of this, because she's like I think genuinely distraught, like because she like really put in a lot of like effort and like a lot of thought into like creating this outfit, and like the fact that Shade stole it is like genuinely like, really upsetting to her, and she like kind of like breaks down into tears.
You hear the producer like, "Do you want to talk about your feelings, Bethany?"
Yeah. Like, I really like put in the effort to make that costume. I really like considered like the shape of bats and like their mobility and what would be comfortable for them. And she didn't think about that at all. But she took my work like it was hers. And all I had was the mess of fabric that she had. It's not fair. Why would she do this to me?
I think we have a smash cut to Shade. Camera kind of zooms in. What do you have to say for yourself?
Yeah, so I was thinking the baseball bat, but then I thought, like, dressing up a bat as a baseball is so cliche. It really seemed like a Bethany idea. Probably one that, like, Puck would have given her, because, you know, they're like a sports thing. And I thought, wouldn't batty shorts be so much cuter? And then I thought of my years and years of learning to sew and stitch with leather at the Hermes leatherworking factory where my grandfather used to intern, and so I just drew on that genetic sewing ability and went to my roots and just made some perfectly juicy batty shorts. It's like baby fat, but you know, like batty bat.
It cuts away and you see the three bats in all of the uniform just like walking down the hall in slow motion, like perfectly in sync. A couple sequins like falling off and like leaving a trail down the hallway. The vampire will come out and award you your points and say you've done so well, and actually the baseball bat uniform really like had got me thinking about something that is really important to vampires in general. Like, it's an important part of being a vampire is playing baseball. So we're gonna take it outside to the baseball diamond and we're gonna do some batting cages. See how you will do. But first, we have to put this blue filter over all the cameras.
Yeah! It's essential!
And they're gonna, like, take blue film, like, scrim tape, and just put it over the cameras. And you're all washed in this, like, glorious blue. It looks like you're in the Pacific Northwest. That's how it looks here. And, the cameras all follow you outside. The vampire does say, if you'd like to take a minute to change, you're more than welcome to. Kind of looks at Shade, your heels.
Your baseball heels.
Oh yeah, I'll totally put on my heeled cleats.
So what do you all strut into the baseball diamond wearing?
I'm in a baseball outfit, but like, you know, those really old-timey ones. I'm not sure what modern baseball ones look like, but I figure, you know, the big puffy short pants tucked into like really high socks, with the like typical baseball shoes. Yeah, it looks like a 1930s baseball outfit, but it's modern. It's got like, it's still got that 666 team bat on there. And it, yeah.
I think Bethany's outfit is literally like someone's like a Halloween costume version of like the outfits from the Twilight baseball scene.
Yeah. Nice.
Like, yeah, like I feel like she is definitely like the kind of person who was like a Twi mom, and like she really enjoyed like reading all the books and watching the movies, and she did like get herself an outfit that looks kind of like that, and like that's just what she's wearing. It looks really good underneath the blue filter.
Yeah, and Shade is wearing, of course, a custom-made black with red glitter stripes baseball shirt that has her name, Shade, on the back, and number 1. She's always number 1. And the team is the Blood Lemonade, because she's all TL Shade, all Blood Lemonade. Gotta get that branding started right now. And she is wearing it with like yoga pants that have a sparkle tuxedo stripe in red down them, and platform cleats with little blood red bows.
Turns out baseball was invented in 1939, so I just got in there. Like a baseball outfit from the 1930s.
She's got her hair in little pigtails, too.
Love it. So I love these outfits. They're all just giving different vibes. But you see, as you walk onto the pitch, I think?
Pitch, yeah.
Let's call it the pitch.
How much do the Threeflings know about sport?
I've played baseball before. It's happened. They walk onto the pitch, and you see the vampire standing there with a crate of baseballs and a crate of bats, and the obviously swirl of bats around them. And they'll hold out bats to each of you, the baseball kind, and put you there's pitching machines. There's 3 set up, and they'll say, we'll see how many you can hit. I love all of your outfits, but Bethany's, yours fills me so much with joy and nostalgia. And I feel like you're really honoring the traditional vampire spirit of the game of baseball. I would like to award you 3 points.
3?
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm so moved by this.
Of course.
Incredible.
I can do that one today.
Cheap little Party City costume gets rewarded. It's only because she's behind. This is the producer's version of a blue shell.
Cut to Puck being like, fucking nostalgic? This is from the 1930s! I thought a vampire would be like, wow, first year of baseball ever. I'm into that. I guess it looks kind of dopey because they haven't really decided on a costume for a uniform for baseball yet, so it just looks like I'm wearing pants and a shirt with a belt from the 1930s. Yeah. It was good in concept. Interlaced with historical photos of just men in average clothes hitting a ball.
So you set up in front of the pitching machines, and they start to go off. You swing your bats wildly. Let's roll the dice and see who gets the best score.
Ooh, I've been good with these dice rolls lately.
I'm just like, I guess my best skill to use in this situation is heartwarming stories, and Bethany is just like, oh yes, this brings me back to when I was, my cousin had a kid before I did, and that was what really made me be like, yes, I would love to have a child of my own. And I was playing baseball with her and her kid, and it was just a really charming experience of, really, the teamwork and, the precision of hitting the bat and just, being able to run around outdoors. It was really great. That is 8.
It's about the heart of the sport.
You see the producers nod like that. That is very heartfelt. And the camera zooms in on a ball as it travels down the alley towards you, and you swing and miss. But everyone still loves you anyway.
Yeah, and the music is just that really the heart tug music.
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
It's a thought that counts.
All right, who's got some rolls? What's going on?
So I have 2 options for this. We're only doing batting cages, right?
Yes, this is only batting cages, unless you want to say, screw it, I'm doing something different because you're the villain.
No, it's okay. I will do better with gossip than with brawl, because if we were doing an actual baseball game, then I was gonna just fight somebody.
Yeah.
But I would do better with gossip anyway, because I'm better at that. So, that's an 8. And as I'm clearly not good at this, just like, it's really nice that Bethany got a win because it's so brave of her to like wear that costume that she clearly bought before she gave birth. And it's just so valiant of her to squeeze herself into spandex from Party City back in the day. And it's really, you can tell the vampire is so noble to honor that kind of sacrifice because, people can zoom in on that and screenshot it forever. And I just think it's really wonderful. It's really just shows the best of both of them.
Oh, what a bitch.
Oh!
Shane, you're so lucky you're a fictional character.
It's a character, it's a character, it's a character, it's a character!
Yeah, I'm happy that you're a nice person, Jess. You've got it for you. You're well.
Jess is a good person, everyone. Shane is terrible. So that's a 10 then?
No, that's an 8. That's an 8.
An 8, okay.
With the gossip.
Yeah, with the gossip. I rolled a 5.
Oh, okay.
The gossip brought it up to an 8.
And that brings us to Puck.
You see Puck, like, flinging and, like, juggling baseball bats, and that's when it's his turn, and he's like, and just maniacally laughing as he sprints towards the cages. He doesn't go on the entrance or go through the gate. He climbs up and over the cage and jumps down, like, and you can hear him going, and like singing his own Muse Twilight soundtrack. And then as a batter up, he like hums his own like baseball like game on kind of tune, like, and just goes nuts. I rolled, but also like doing some sick showboaty stuff, like lifting a leg and batting under it, batting left-handed, batting right-handed, reversing the baseball bat so he's holding the thick end, and just the whole time yelling out obscure like sport lingo. I've been like, East wing in the hole, 45 caliber up north to the turtle, and just like I rolled a 12 plus physical prowess, which is +2, plus flexing and showboating +3. So, 18? 12, 14, plus 17.
Wow. This was made for you, Puck.
And then just after finishing, just laugh crying and running over and like hugging the ball shooter. And like we had a good game together.
Incredible.
Trying to like tap the ball shooter on the butt, like, go team!
Yeah, go team. And just, takes his shirt off.
The cameras love that.
Yeah, it plays that like soft music, like, oh my.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this. The vampire is watching you all and just is clapping wildly. And Puck, as you run over and are just hugging the ball shooter, the vampire is going to clap a little extra harder for that show of baseball prowess. And will look at all of you and say, well, thank you. Thank you so much for showing me what you can do. And I think it's time that I make my decision. But first, you have one final chance to impress me. I will meet you in the Bat Suite at midnight. The sexiest of times, obviously. And you will have a chance to show me the best of what you bring to the table for the rest of our lives. And then I'll make my decision. I've appreciated all of you being here, and I just wanted to say thank you. You've made this little portion of my unlife very exciting.
Oh, it was wonderful to be here. and share this with all of you.
I will keep these great team building and competition memories forever. I wink.
I've appreciated being here in a way that I feel like few people truly could. At least few mortals. For now.
Is there anything that the three of you would like to do before the ceremony?
I'm dousing my sweat and I'm just squirting red Gatorade into my face and hair at this point. I'm just drying that off. Do we get points for the baseball game?
Yes, you do. So Puck, you get
down.
2. Shade and Bethany both get 1.
Yep.
Nice. Good points. Do I want to do something?
I want to steal their elimination or their final outfit. I want to steal both of their final outfits or what they're gonna wear for midnight. Not
Ooh.
take them for myself, just like misplace them.
Wow.
Ooh.
All right.
Which isn't really, that big of a deal. It's not anything that like will affect any of this. It just means they'll have to rewear an outfit. So
Outfit
clearly they don't take
repeaters.
this seriously.
Dastardly. All right, villain, go ahead and roll steal.
11.
Damn.
Oh!
Oh my gosh. All right. So, how do you steal their outfits? Are you sneaking into their rooms? Going in through the window?
Oh, can't hear you.
Wait, I think you're
Hello?
muted, my friend.
It definitely was.
Yeah, and now we can't hear the dastardly
Oh, so dastardly. Oh, I didn't even know.
So Puck was like putting his like sweat and essence everywhere, right? I assume he's doing that in the bathroom. I would just assume that like while either of them are showering or putting their essence wherever, I would just go into wherever their like final outfit is hung up, because producers always have like our clothes lined up by like, here's your baseball outfit, here's your final day outfit, and just kind of take it.
Great plan.
Just kind of take it.
Yeah, I'm
It's
washing the
not easy,
Gatorade
folks.
off in the lockers. Yeah, locker room. Get rid of all that Gatorade.
I mean, I don't even really have to put it in my room. I could put it in the freezer, covered in pasta sauce or something. Like, it doesn't...
Just put it in the bin.
Yeah, just throw it away.
I think you managed to get into my room because I am like around like the grounds of the manor, like taking photos to like, to take these like, treasured memories with me, basically. And I return to like my outfit just being absolutely trashed. And like I just say shade, and then like the camera like hard cuts to another scene.
Just hard cuts to be putting my hair up.
Yeah.
Do you want to confront
outfit-
her? Oh, sorry.
I was just saying my outfit was like a tuxedo, like when a sport person goes to a fancy award or something. But it's got like the inner parts are like stretchy material and loud breathing, so they can actually still like do the sport if they need to do like an emergency sport and an award ceremony. You still
In case of sport emergency.
Yeah.
I think instead of like confronting Shade, I think that Bethany is going to go find Puck to see if Shade did a similar thing to Puck's outfit, so we can like team up and like figure out like a solution.
Okay. Team up to figure out a solution.
Like what is salvageable from our outfits, do you think?
Or we could go on the offensive and use your little critters and get them to shit all over a Shade's outfit.
Okay, where is Shade right now?
Shade, after trashing your outfits, is take your time getting ready.
Will she at some point go outside, do you think?
Probably not. She's probably going to... I mean, I can if you want me to. But mostly she just...
What I'm
Be
imagining
getting ready.
is in this immaculate outfit, and then while she is like, you know, got the cameras rolling on her, she looks great, a bird just like poops right onto her head from the sky.
Yes!
Yeah,
I love it!
That's good. A big runny one. And the bird is like a pelican. Like, it's a lot. Hey, how do we know how old this vampire is? Roughly?
About 1,000.
Oh,
very,
like
very
a
old.
RPG game, 1,000-year-old vampire.
Yeah, that
That's
would mean a lot to
right.
me if I actually knew where to place that in history. So dinosaurs, right? Egyptian dinosaurs.
Somewhere Alexis screams.
Greek gods and stuff.
Sorry, Alexis.
World War One. When baseball was invented. Somewhere around there. Okay. I don't know why I asked that question because I immediately realized I don't know shit about history.
Don't know
Okay,
much
alright.
biology.
Well, neither does Puck, so let's pretend I'm role-playing. Okay. What? We know what nationality this vampire is.
Bats.
Bats.
You have seen mostly just the bats. You have seen kind of a medium brownish skin on the vampire's hands.
Accent.
You kind of heard a bit of a
Eastern
like an
European.
accent, maybe. I'm just going to use my vampire from 1,000-Year-Old Vampire because why not?
Right.
You heard a bit of an accent that you actually remember from your time with Lucha Libre. You're like, I think this vampire might be
Southern American.
from Central America.
Central American, yeah. I don't know geography either, but cool.
Imagine
I know a
Ian
lot about
Puck's
nerd
brain. He's like Central America, but like he's got like an arrow pointing to the middle of the USA, and then then he
Kansas.
slides the arrow down to actual Central America after realizing, oh wait, wrong Central America.
He just goes by central of like most popular sport-based parts of America. It's where the sport is centered. Okay, all right, that gives me an idea then.
Right. So, Shade, as you step out onto the balcony to look at this beautiful, the beautiful scenery that you just know is going to be yours, a pelican takes a dump right on your head. Bethany and Puck, you hear the shriek.
There.
Nice, high five.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So,
how are we gonna get our costumes there?
I was thinking, like, do you think there is still enough material left over from the costume challenge that we could make something?
I didn't
Yeah,
rip them
maybe.
up. It's just covered in spaghetti sauce and in the freezer. Shade's not smart. She's
In
just
the freezer.
But that still causes stains and stuff. You know.
Yeah, okay. Ooh. I mean, we could just wash them
Do we have enough time?
and put them in a dryer?
How much time do we have before
Quick
the
cycle?
final?
You think you have about an hour.
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
have enough
shit.
time.
Okay. I'm just gonna take that stuff out. I'm going to, yeah, I'm gonna get, I'm gonna rip the shirt off.
Go
And
topless.
tear the tuxedo coat, so it's like a midriff one, and then just like glue, like a lot of sequins and leftovers from the thing to make like a bolero kind of thing, and I'm gonna cut my trousers into shorts. I'm gonna make my own like lucha libre kind
Ooh.
of like a lucha libre tuxedo mask situation.
I think since
So I'm gonna let my like pecs pop. I'm gonna oil myself up so I look like I'm ready for the wrestle. But I'm also straight out of the freezer. They're a little as they're like moistening up. I'm gonna mix the dried blood. I'm just gonna douse myself in it, mix it with the oil, so I look like an Adonis of Lucha Libre. I look like an evil Lucha Libre god.
Hell yeah.
Covered in oil and powdered blood.
Maximum showboat this, yeah.
Incredible. Bethany, what are you wearing?
I think like Bethany, just like for her fun outfit, she just has like this really nice like black dress that's like less skin revealing than anything Shade would ever wear, but like still like a genuinely like nice looking dress that like looks like, you know, some budget definitely went into it. And I think that since the prank method was pasta sauce, like as you know, when it's like kind of de-thawing from the fridge time, I think she's gonna put like sprinkle sequins all over the dress so like they stick to where the pasta sauce was.
Nice.
So they're basically using it as glue just to, you know, cover it up. And then, yeah, like, seeing, like, the dried blood, like, idea, I think she definitely, like, sprinkle some of it, like, on the leftover bits just to, like, you know, make it more cohesive and, like, vampire-y.
Love it. Love it, love it. Shade, what are you entering the bat suite wearing?
So, having her fantastic updo ruined, she's going to literally soak her head. And
I mean, yeah.
Wash it all out. And then anywhere that was on her very clingy, tight dress that also had bird shit on it, she's just going to cut that out.
Oh, yeah.
They're
now.
Tasteful cutouts. So now this dress just has like little, you know, holes all over it. And she'll even put like a little pinprick in each place. So she's like, there are places that are ready to pre-bitten.
Incredible.
Here's some corn chips. I've taken a nibble out of each one.
Yeah, and as she's doing all of this, she's just like, her hair's like soaking wet. She knows it won't dry, but she's like, the wet look is sexy. The wet look is sexy. And is just twisting it up and out as much as she can.
And I'm gonna see if I can get the bat to like, in a Lucha Libre costume, to like sit on my shoulder.
Oh, hell yeah.
Aww.
Yeah.
So cute. As the three of you enter the bat suite, the vampire is there waiting, sitting on the edge of the coffin that you've only seen kind of in the background, but today it's open and they're like waiting in the coffin, and will kind of gesture towards the floor and say, "Who would like to go first?" And you hear the kind of the sounds of Helena playing in the background, MCR's Helena. And the stage is yours. You can do anything you want. If you want to do a talent, if you want to do a poem, like you can do whatever you would like.
What if I just sang Helena?
That's it.
I mean, you can. And you would roll the 2d6 plus any relevant score bonuses. So same rules as the challenges.
Could I use my furry friends to, like, basically befriend the bats that, have, been hanging around? So I just, like, basically, like, gesture them to come over and, like, gather around me. And just to basically demonstrate, like, how well we get along already. So, like, spending eternity together won't be a problem with the bats.
That they kind of swirl around you, enhancing your performance, kind of flaring their wings out at just the right time.
Oh yeah.
Very, like, happily, like, I don't know, making chihuahua bat noises.
I can say? Things are better if I stay. So long and good night. So long and good night.
Ow.
And my roll was 7 plus 3, so that's a 10.
10, fantastic. The vampire will enthusiastically clap, and the bats will kind of alight back and hang over the coffin, just like happily, like, we helped, this was fun. Who's next?
I can go. So, Shade goes up. This, like, I feel like you know how important this is to me. I know more about the history of vampires than anyone here. And I really think that we would be a great match as eternal companions. But I'm not here to go over that again. Because a true unlife mate must have your back. And we protect each other from werewolves and vampire hunters. And anyone else who would do us harm. Like the Catholic Church. And it's less of a threat than it has been in the past, but you never know what an eternity could bring. So I want to show how I could help protect you at the very risk of my unlife. And I'm going to show off my martial arts moves with Brawl.
Oh!
That's
Oh, okay.
That's an 11.
Oh.
What do your martial arts moves look like, Shade?
So first she rips part of her dress to show off her midriff. And because of course that's how it happens, and rips a slit up the side so that she has leg room. And then she starts by doing a backflip and doing kind of like back bendy thing, like she's doing what was that Catherine Zeta-Jones movie where she had to go through the lasers? You remember that? Yes, entrapment move. And then just starts kind of almost doing like some Taibo in the air, like kick punching. And then gets way too into it and grabs one of her stilettos and is like, "I'm gonna kill you!" and starts like beating the ground, this imaginary foe, with her stiletto. And then just stands up and is like, "Anyway, that's just a taste."
Excellent. You see the vampire like enthusiastically clapping, like, I would feel very safe with you by my side. Thank you.
But Puck's clapping as well. Just like, yeah!
We'll
martial arts
turn
is an
to
Olympic sport as well.
We'll turn to Puck. What do you have for me?
Oh. Well, here's the thing about sports and martial arts. Is that, movie stars, a lot of people can do really cool things. You've seen those Marvel films, like But is it real fighting? Is it body to body, just straight up slamming into each other and muscles bulging, skin tightly just gripping skin? No. It's just fluff. That's why I'm not sure if you've seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure to the State of the Vampire, but I like to thoroughly research my sports, including crossovers with supernatural fiction. And I'm not sure if you've heard of the Pillar Men, but they have some pretty sick tight buds, those vampires. And then I rip my bolero off and just pull an oily JoJo's fancy muscly pose. But like I said, like the days of ancient old, sports is about full body contact. What do you say, Vamp? How about you test me? You know I can slam baseball. Big deal in the vampire community. But can you take me on one-on-one? And then I pull JoJo's Pillar Man pose, just bulking out in my little tight short shorts, which are basically underpants and sequins. My little ski weather efficient ski mask has been turned into a Lucha Libre mask.
All right. Go ahead and roll as the vampire is going to stand from the coffin and starts to just raise up into the air. You see bats lifting them up, and they're gonna reach their hands out, and the cloak is going to fall away. And standing before you is the tall bronze god form of the vampire in a smaller black robe, very bony limbs, the fingernails longer than you expected.
Oh shit, that's scratching.
Yeah, but how long are the fingernails on these two fingers?
They're short, definitely. those are kept very short. Because Dracula knows what he's doing. Okay, everybody. Have you seen Castlevania? We've seen it. We all know. And yeah, can I get a roll from you, Puck?
Yeah, as they're doing that, I'm not one to shy down, and I just rip my pants off, and I've got matching sequined underwear. We're gonna get Greco on this shit. I could go naked, but I don't know.
You're worse.
This is on camera. I want to make it easier for the camera crew to not have to censor things all over the shop. Okay, so that is, that's only a 8 plus physical prowess. That's 10. Plus flexing and showboating. As I'm kiss the muscle. I'm drenched in red Gatorade, blood, and oil. Let's do this.
All right. So that's a 10 total or 12?
13.
13. Okay.
8 plus 2 plus 3.
Fabulous. As the vampire tackles you, there's some intense music. I think the camera zooms in on both Bethany and Shade for your reactions. What?
At this point,
I think Bethany is politely looking away.
Puck doesn't even care if he wins this show. He's I wrestled a vampire.
I really expected Puck to not be such a slut. I mean, this is a family-friendly show. What does he think he's doing?
You see grunting in the distance. Slapping of hands, grabbing flesh, grunting. A giggle every now and then.
That is not how you get sponsorships. I'm just gonna say.
So,
is this counted as a team building exercise? Am I team building with Dracula?
You may be, but the points remain the same. Puck, you get 2. Shade, you get 2, and Bethany, you get 1. Go ahead and total up your points, everybody.
Ooh.
As the dust clears, this vampire is very old and very strong. Puck, you are bested, but it was a great fight. You're both now covered in oil and pasta sauce and powdered blood, and the vampire is just going to like sensually lick their finger.
Gatorade. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got 12. So if Shane also got 12, then
I got 11. I was averaging a lot of those. Yeah, I didn't get much for each one.
Oh.
Tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Tiebreaker.
Oh my gosh.
Shane stabs.
So let's do a tiebreaker roll between Shade and Bethany.
There's the dice. Do we roll any stats with this? Or is it just highest roll?
Or is it just a roll?
Let's just do a roll.
Okay, I got a 7.
I got an 8.
Okay.
Oh!
The vampire will like turn to Puck and Bethany and kind of put their fingers on your shoulders and squeeze slightly and just say, "You two, it's been delightful. If you would like to just stay here in the Bat Suite for a moment, I just need to speak with Shade. Was that all right with you?"
Oh, more than enough.
I'm still heavily panting.
No matter what decision you make, it'll be the right one, because I think all three of us, are here for a reason.
I think so too, and I think we'll all be very happy together. I'll be right back. Shade, join me?
Absolutely.
The vampire, just outside the door, will reach into their robe and pull out a single dying rose.
Oh.
Just starting to wilt. And the one petal falls to the ground, and they hand it to you. Will you be my eternal love, Shade?
I thought you would never
Flowers
ask.
omelette.
This is all I've ever wanted. And she just, extends her neck.
Expectedly.
Don't worry. Our first meal is waiting for us inside. And then they're going to lock the door.
Oh, shit.
Wait.
They did say we'd be very happy together. Sorry, you two.
Wait.
I was like,
shit!
Can you strap my loins up? I think I tore it.
Yeah, I think we can break out from here. I'm pretty confident. I think there's a balcony, right over there that we can reach.
What are the last shots of the three of you in the show? Shade, this can be post-bite if you would like. What's the last thing the audience sees?
I want to know if they escape.
What?
Oh, I said I want to know if the two of you escape or if we eat you.
Oh. I'm just,
Can we roll?
I don't know. Is that the plan?
I want to roll to see if we succeed.
Are we gonna
That
get-
is an 8 on the die without using any skills, so I think that's pretty successful. I think, Bethany, taps on the window to, get the attention of some birds, including the pelican that chat on Shade. And then, they come over and, help get the window open. I guess the window would be open from the inside. What am I talking about? That's just a funny image anyway. So we just get the windows open somehow, no matter if outside help or inside help. And then we like
Red Squirrel is probably involved as well.
Yeah, exactly. And then like this daring getaway of like having animals help like us like get down to like a lower like balcony from where we can like escape because the other doors in the mansion are locked.
I'm not escaping. I'll just hang out here.
All right.
That's pretty good.
Ooh,
I'm gonna try and sell myself as a sport familiar. And like I'm super pumped full of blood. You know, like they can have a little nibble every now and then when they want to do the baseball stuff, he's gonna score. He's gonna set up the diamond. He's gonna set up the bats. I can do all that work, all that legwork, and I can bring them chunky sports ball people, which have really delicious blood, endless supply of fans. I don't even need to become a vampire. As long as you let me play some baseball.
And Shade, what about you?
Yeah, you see Shade with her new fangs, trying to like clean up the blood that is now all over her front as she rises from Puck, who is not dead yet because maybe he would be good to have around, right? Just a little snack, just from a dizzy Puck. And sees with her new, like, glowing eyes, Bethany going out the window with her friends. Oh. And she just looks at the vampire and goes, "We can turn into mist now, right?" And smiles. And that's all you see of her.
I feel like end credits, you and the vampire just sitting on a deck chairs at night, laughing at Puck, blood drained, trying to play sport by himself, and just like stumbling around a field and just be like, with like goblets of Puck's blood, just watching me fall over and eat shit. Just turned into a jester now.
I love this. I love it. Bethany, do you have a wonderful life after this escape, or are you forever scarred by your time with the vampire?
I think this really does like make her like question like whether like, you know, she'll ever find love again.
Whoa.
And like it's really sad, I think. But like, you know, she I think, you know, goes back to her normal life of being a single mom and veterinarian and like, you know, raises her kid and like yeah, she just like, you know, makes it work, but she's definitely like, I think like a light in her has dimmed just because like, oh yeah, you know, I thought that was gonna be like a fun competition, like it was like I was here to have fun and make friends, you know. I liked Puck, you know, he was a great friend, but like now like Puck is stuck back there and, you know, I can't even like, you know, meet up with him and like, you know, catch up or anything.
And I think Puck's last camera shot is just like, yeah, I guess I shouldn't have based my entire vampire assumption on JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I mean, different jorts for different sports, am I right? I think Shade and the vampire are like such a good fit, and my weird, oily, wrestly Pillar Man situation, it just wouldn't have worked, you know?
Yeah, I think Bethany, you definitely, like, when you're talking about Bethany, she's definitely like, yeah, you know, Shade is like, you know, I didn't really like her, you know, she sabotaged, you know, my challenge by stealing the outfit that I made for the bat, but, you know, after that revelation, I think that they're made for each other, so I can't be, you know, angry that I didn't win that competition, you know. I think I wouldn't have been as happy as I am right now if I was with that vampire.
I wanted to be a vampire for my whole life. And they say to never get what you want. But whoever said that was clearly a loser, because I got what I want and I won to do it. I beat 20 other contestants out of hundreds of applicants. And if this gets boring in 1,000 years, there's going to be another show. Not only am I the first winner of I Want Your Bite, that's going to go down in history, but I get to literally watch history with my Dracula lover. I mean, they say don't meet your heroes. I am my hero. And now I get to be the hero for little girls in America. You can do this.
Little girl bosses.
Yes, you. Probably not Bethany's child. I'm sorry. But little girls all over America, you too, just stick to your dreams and you can get a corporate sponsorship to go on a reality show and follow your dreams and find your husband. Believe in yourself and anything can happen.
I feel like as you're talking about Little Girls in America, the overshots are of Puck going to sleep in his room under the stairs now.
It's just like corpses everywhere.
And there's like a new picture, and it's of Shade, and you've signed it like you're my sports hero because we competed. All the girls in America, and Puck's like, and then goes to sleep. Blows out his shit candle. Goes
Well-
to sleep in filth.
Well, folks, that's I Want Your Bite. We had
So much fun.
so much fun. You need this game. Go buy it. It's incredible. Thank you, Rue, for writing such an amazing game. This is a lot of fun. Let's do outros. Let's go in the same order. DW, tell us who you are, where we can find you on the internet.
Hi, on the internet, I'm around. I've got a itch and a like itch.io, not just but drive through DM skills, got some stuff on there. You can find me on Twitter at DW_Dagon, and yeah, have a good time. Be nice. That's it.
And Draz,
Hello.
where can we find you?
I'm Draz. You can find me on Twitter at Drazillion. And if Twitter finally, breaks apart and doesn't allow anyone to post ever, you can find me over at co-host or in our Patreon Discord. Right now, well, first of all, the playbook that I played for Thirsty Lesbians last week is now released. You can find it on my Itch.io, Drazillion Itch.io / The Rose Bride, or the link in chat. And also, me and Jess are in a bundle of queer witch games for a bundle of queer witch games for you to spend your money on instead of a certain other game that may or may not be out now.
And Jess.
Hey, that's me. I'm Jess. And wow, what a trip Shade was to play. You can find me on Sunday at Phoenix Iwaki's channel, where I play Mike, the Tabaxi in the All Evil campaign. And starting on Monday, if you want more Dracula, I'm going to be launching the print edition of Oops All Draculas. You can sign up to get notified right now for when that goes live on Crowdfunder. If we hit stretch goals, then we get the wonderful Zan to do art for it, and I'm really excited for this one. So, yeah, that's me.
Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Christina. You can find me over on Twitter at D20xtina. And here next week, I'll be GMing one last time in February, and we're going to be playing an all ace and arrow game of Monster Hearts. So that's going to be really cool. I hope you come and join us. Thanks for being here, and bite you next time.
Oh!
I'm sorry.
Stick around, we're going to do a raid, but we will see you next week. Bye.